There's nothing on the bench right now because the workshop is the thing I'm showing off real quick. First of all, I have, well, it's mostly set up. You got toolbox, signal generator, capacitor meter, 2 power supplies, scope, tube testers. That's all I have right now. I have a lot of equipment, but this is the only stuff I know that works. But that will soon change. I also have a lot of junk still on the bench. That will be dealt with later. But anyway, enough of an update, because now I actually do need to put my phone into the really cheap, quite awful Amazon phone stand. I hate this thing, but it's better than nothing. Give me a moment. There we go. That's better than nothing. Alright, now it's actually time to fix some stuff. Oh god, I can't talk today. This is a Heathkit OL1 oscilloscope from the 50s. I'm pretty sure it's, no, it's definitely from the 50s. I forgot I think they were 54 to 55. That sounds about right. But this is a 1950s Heathkit. I got it from a very, very kind guy at my radio club. And another guy at my radio club wants it. So I thought, why don't I fix it up before I give it to him? Because he gave me, what is this? A Precision Model 912 tube tester. That lovely little wooden box right there. It's beautiful. And it works, and it looks great, and I helped him fix it, and it was a fun experience. And I want to thank him, so I'm going to give him this scope, because it's pretty neat. So let's get it fixed up, or at least figure out what's wrong with it first. I feel like it's just going to be a recap. But first, I should probably actually get my screwdriver out. I did take a look inside this thing yesterday. This was the only screw that came with the unit. And this one I added, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. And it's also the wrong screw. So I'm going to take it out and put it off to the side. Alright, let's get this thing open. And that is simple enough. Just take off my little cable sleeve and push this entire scope section out of the box that it's in. And there we go. I removed the outer shell so we can actually get to it properly. But here it is. It's nothing too special. It's exactly what I thought it would be, even before I opened it the first time, because a lot of these scopes are very similar. You just have some tubes on a little circuit board. There's a rectifier in the back. You have your transformer, capacitors all over the place, and that's basically what these are going to look like, no matter what. These old tube, cheaper, lower end tube scopes. Now, the one thing I will say is that these capacitors really don't look good. But let's see if we even need to replace them. First, we have to check the power transformer. If you're doing this, don't be like me. I was fixing a Konar Model 250 scope, and I spent 2 hours restuffing and faithfully replacing all of the main filter capacitors and all that stuff, only to find out that the transformer was shorted, and I did it all for nothing. So don't be like me. Always check the transformer first, because that will tell you if this project is a go or not. So I should probably get that going and start unplugging wires and figuring out what I need all to work with, all that stuff. Alright, I got the schematic printed. I'm actually doing things properly for once. Here it is. It looks like a lot, but trust me, this is not that complicated as far as oscilloscopes go. The big thing over here is obviously the power transformer. I'm going to be taking out, say, that wire, any one of these two, and any one of those two. I'll just completely disconnect the secondary, and then I won't have to worry about it. That's pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. So I was getting ready to take the leads off the transformer, but then I realized, wait a minute, I don't know where the green ones are. Because as you can see, well, if you can see, let's see if we can get this to work. Zoom in. There we go. There's just one green wire that's just kind of spiraling around, not doing anything. And that's a bit weird, because last time I checked, every wire on this transformer was used. So I look around more, and I find the green wires are up here. It feels like a bit of an odd place to be. And they go in these two sheaths right here up to there. And that's a bit confusing because they should be going everywhere, not just to the scope CRT heater, right? So I do a bit more digging, and I realized that right here the whole time it was written. It was just right here, the clue. Let me flip this scope over and unplug my soldering iron before it burns something, because there shall be no soldering going on right now. Right here, behind this capacitor. Let's move this. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to cut that out because this one's obviously dead. I mean, it's just covered in goop. It is of no use. Look at this right here. This is a Merit P2965. My God, I cannot read today. It's too late for this. P2957. And last time I checked, Merit was not Heathkit. Look at this right here. Black wires go to primary. Yeah, that makes sense. Red wires are 350 volts. Okay, sure. They're 360 volts in the schematic. That's 35 milliamps in the schematic and 50 milliamps here. So that's odd, but okay, fine. Green goes to 6.3 volts. Yep, that makes sense, but there's more current on this transformer than the other one. And yellow is 5 volts, 2 amps. Now, that got me a little bit confused, because while there is a yellow on the schematic, it's 0.625 volts. Volts? Oh my God, wow, I'm a terrible presenter at this. It's too late. It's too late, I'm so tired. 0.625 volts at 300... I said it again. I'm losing my mind. Volts at 300 milliamps. And it's 870 volts away from ground. This says nothing about that, and it's 5 volts, 2 amps. So what's the deal here, right? I have no idea. And so, this is not the original power transformer. Somebody replaced it, and I don't know what they did. They also messed around with the wiring a little bit, it seems, and replaced tube V7, which is a 1V2 high voltage rectifier, with just these two diodes. So that's a bit weird, right? Now this can still be salvageable if in fact this transformer has the yellow offset from the green, or from the black. Actually, no, that's not true, because I forgot. The CRT also needs its own heater, because that's going to be held at a higher potential than the other heaters. So this project is just dead. It's just dead as it is. I would love to keep working on it. You know, I love working on this stuff, but I appreciate the free transformer, I suppose. But it's just not the right one, and I don't have the right one. In fact, I'm missing another scope transformer, which is very unfortunate. I don't really know what to do about this. This looks like a guitar amplifier transformer. You know, you have 5 volts for the for like the 5Y3 or whatever they're going to have in there. 6.3 for the rest of the tubes. 350 volts for the 12AX7s. This is completely incorrect, which is a real shame. So, unfortunately, that marks the end of this Heathkit repair vlog for now. I wish it was longer, and if I find a transformer for it, it will be longer, and there will be a part 2. But right now, I'm just going to release this one as it is, as a reminder that sometimes these things are not in their original condition when you get them. So, it's a bit of an unsatisfying conclusion, but this is the conclusion. And I will see you guys in the next video, which I honestly might start recording immediately after this, because I really want to get something done today. But anyway, I hope you have a good night.